Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-bum. Okay, so I'm just gonna get on my feed. Hello, hello, welcome to the sound test stream. Today we are doing some, yes, complete madness. If this works, I'll be shocked and stunned. Oh, hey, I'm alive now. So there's one person watching. Hey, Rustique, are you still here? Can you hear me? If you're still here, can you hear me? I'm just gonna try and do something with this lighting because it doesn't seem to be. I can see the reflection of stuff on in the iPad, so I need to maybe see if I can switch that off. That'd be better. Oh, that's better. So you'll see my reflection, but not a lot else. Oh, hello. Sorry. Oh, Dean. Oh, good. That's good. Good. I'm just gonna quickly switch the Akai on. Listen, I'm gonna explain how this is all linked up in a sec. So I'm just gonna switch this on, see if you can hear it. Okay. Hey, David, the oddball guy is here. Yeah, less glare, it's better. No patching. Not patching tonight. I might do in a bit. Can everyone hear the drum machine okay? Yeah. Okay, so this is how this is set up, right? We've got the MIDI in and out of the back of the Akai going into the MIDI in and out on the KeyStep. The USB out on the KeyStep going into a powered hub you can't see, and also going into the powered hub is the USB from the Neutron, and then the powered hub is plugged in here to the actual iPad. So we're not sending clock out from the iPad, we're sending information into the iPad via the Akai. So the Akai will control everything. So when I press play on this, it's now playing this as well. You just can't hear it because I have the filter cut off, turned right down. And it's also playing Phosphor. So I'll give you a demo of that. So if I press play now, and I turn Phosphor up, Phosphor is now playing this sequence that I've programmed into the KeyStep. So all the sequences that I program into the KeyStep can now be played via the iPad or vice versa. Now, although it's not clocked up, they're both running at the same tempo, 120 BPM. So if I'm spot on and I hit play on, say, Sunrise's sequence, when it comes in, everything will still be in time. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to run through the actual... I'm going to run through the thing. Yeah, I'd be nervous too. So I'm going to run through this track thing, and then we can have on a few bits and pieces. Now, I've programmed 2 patterns, which is actually 4 patterns because I've got an A and a B. So I've programmed 2 patterns on here. Now, that bass line you hear, let me just turn Phosphor down. That's... I don't know if you can just hear in the background. This is bubbling away. That's the synth from there, and because I've got MIDI out going to MIDI in on the Akai, I can program the. So if I select, so I've got 5 MIDI channels. Okay, so MIDI channel 1 here is this. So it allows me to program the bass on the Akai without having to go with the fiddly keypad thing. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to unmute that again. No, it's already unmuted, yes. Right, now what I've got that now. So I need to get back to MIDI channel. Now, MIDI channel 3 is Chronica. Or is it? Now you see I'm losing control now. I'm losing the grip. Right. MIDI channel 2, MIDI channel 3. Right, that's Chronica. MIDI channel 4 is... Right, it doesn't matter anyway. So, if I... Right, so back to square one now. Okay, so I'm going to switch the microphone off, and so you're not hearing any clicky or knocking noises. You're getting the best audio possible, I suppose. And we'll just have a quick mess around. Dear, I'm back. You have to stop when you start to lose the plot. Yeah, no, that was fun, wasn't it? What's great is that you can just put lock everything in with this, and then you're just good to mess around. But the thing is with the Neutron is you tend to get carried away and completely lose the original sound you had, and then you start to lose track of the MIDI channels. Yeah, and just let me get a swig of coffee. Then you start to lose track of the MIDI channels. Anyway, what am I doing tomorrow? I've got Fred Anton called FAC. Whatchamacallit, the new one, the one that looks brilliant, the multi-effects one. I can't remember the name of it now. Bandit, FAC Bandit, yeah. So I was having some fun with that tonight in 8 Matrix and messing around with the LFOs and stuff. Is this the... No, this is the Neutron, isn't it? Oh, tell me. This is the Neutron. You can, the thing with the Neutron is I add this in. Let me get rid of the delays. So you not hearing this sound. You see, I vote proper. I'll get into a better. Get rid of that as well. With the overdrive. With the overdrive is brilliant on this thing. It just sounds. Let me get to a. That's better. Right. Okay. With the overdrive, you can really start to make the patch scream. You have to be carefully level a bit though, and the tone. So. I imagine it sounds pretty vicious in a live room, especially with their loads of bass. My neighbour, no, he makes enough banging noises anyway with his new kitchen. So might have to surprise next week and order the XR20. Let me tell you quick. I'm going to do some tutorials for the XR20 because it's really good. It's not a sampler, so you can't get your own sounds in. Okay, and it's been out for absolutely ages and ages. My guess is Akai made this to get people keen to buy the bigger MPCs. You know, that would make sense to me, you know. However, it does have 700 sounds built in, drum shot, and this is one of the kits I put together. So you can change every single sound on every single pad. Then you can edit every single pad, pan in, resonance, cut off, tune it. You can tune it. And then it has the synth section. Let me just shift that to channel 1. Let's go to, look, I'll show you, I'll give you a quick idea. These are patterns that I put in. So this kind of thing, you can, let me just watch the volume here. It was kind of aimed at rhythm and blues, R&B and hip hop, you know, but it's poly. And what I like to do with if I get to a these are other things I come on, smooth empty pattern, right? So, and drum will be. Let's go to drum set, and there are 99 drum sets, and each time you load a drum set, it loads a complete new set of one shots as well. So, but for each time if you're never going to use that sound, for instance, and you're in drum set like this, and then you start to scroll along like that, then you can start to edit. You just edit and then you can edit the pad volume, the panning. You won't hear the panning because it's mono for YouTube tuning. And you could put this on every single pad in the one-shot section if you like, and then you can go back to your drumming. And so say you wanted to get rid of that. I mean, literally, there's like hundreds of bass drums in here. So you just select the kit you want, sort of thing. I'll just go back to drum set because I want to give a quick. So recording these things is an absolute piece of cake. I mean, it's really so simple. You just, like I said, you select an empty pattern, which you've got there, or you can erase the patterns you've already made. You get 100 user patterns or something. But I will do it in a proper in-depth tutorial, because the ones on YouTube kind of skip over that. How deep you can go if you want to when you set this thing up. You don't have to have quantize on, so recording keyboard bits is great. You only have I think 63, 64 inbuilt sounds. Some of them like some are a lot of them are bass. Some of them are like strings. Some synth sounds. It has some effects, but they're global effects. But it doesn't really matter, because really there's so many sounds in it, you can really set it up to be really good. And again, it does not have USB MIDI. It only has the MIDI, 5-pin MIDI DIN, 5-pin MIDI. But that's okay, because the KeyStep has 5-pin MIDI. So yeah. Just having some Coke. So like I said, if you want to, now this is an empty pattern, so nothing's going to play. You have a fill, which can be two fills. You have pattern A and pattern B. So what's that pattern? Smooth. I want empty pattern. Okay. So to record, as soon as you hit record, you'll get the metronome. You can turn the metronome up in system setup. And then you have record set up here. So you can choose your quantize. There's different quantize options, the usual stuff, and then off sort of thing. You don't have to, but this is quantized into 16ths. Then you have a gate, and then swing, click select, click volume. So, velocity, beat, and then note value, and then pattern length. So 2 is 2 bars, 3 is 3. I think you can go to, I don't know how many you can go to actually. Pattern length, that's pattern length. I'll just set pattern length now. That's right. Pattern length, you can go up to 32 bars. Pattern length, 32 bars. So this would be 2 bars, this would be 4 bars, sort of thing. I like 4 bars is good. And then you can chain all this stuff together in songs and just get it to play, itself, or changing all the patterns and stuff. But the ease of record is, let's exit record setup, and that's because I've got it midied up to the KeyStep. Right, the KeyStep's arpeggio's playing, and it just recorded in the arpeggio from that. So you could record on an arpeggio from the KeyStep. But if we don't want to do that, what we'd have to do then is we go in and sort of let's mute that. Go in and erase the bass section sort of thing. But for the actual the recording of the drums bit is. And it's done. And you can erase, edit, blah, blah, blah. Pretty good. Pretty good. There is a Neutron in Craigslist says bought on impulse, never opened. But I think the sounds in here, the actual synth sounds are pretty. If you go to a drum kit, you can select our different bits and pieces. Select your piano. It's got about 3 octaves worth of range. It's mainly made for bass, and of course mainly made for people playing it on the pad. But since it takes MIDI in, that's nice to do that. MIDI, you can change the MIDI channel for the synth sound and the drums as well. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, let me show you the routing for this as well before I go. As soon as you plug the Neutron in, to the actual USB, it recognizes it there, and then all I needed to do is connect my KeyStep to the Neutron, and it's done like that. Now, I had the Neutron set on MIDI channel 2 from the dip switches at the back because this was MIDI channel 1 and I couldn't be bothered changing. It was easy to change the Neutron and go into the menu to change the MIDI for that. So that's why I kept choosing, like if I shift MIDI channel 2. And then with Chronica, it was MIDI channel 3. Why can't we hear that? Phosphor was MIDI channel 2 as well, because I wanted it to back up the sequencer with the Neutron. Poison, which was doing strings, I think was MIDI channel 4. And last but not least was Sunriser playing its sequence in MIDI channel 5. And the good thing is, once it's running, the good thing about the KeyStep is, and why it's so, it's like the best MIDI keyboard ever. The example is this: if we have this on hold and I press, it will run. And if I hit Shift and Octave and go back to channel 2, that sequence carries on running, and I can just play over the top with the Neutron and Phosphor. And stop. I've got them recording stuff now. Right, that's right. So, oh, no. Sorry. Right, did that wrong. Because the sequence wasn't running on here, I got confused. Let me quickly do that again. Let me put hold on. Let me go to Shift and 5, which is this, and then I can just go Shift and 2. That tune. Let me just stop that now. Has the KeyStep got a dedicated? No, it doesn't. It does not have a split key function. It has many things, but it does not have a split key function. It has all sorts of very cool stuff. So you can skip around MIDI channels and leave background MIDI channels kind of running, you know, it does its thing. Another thing I like about the KeyStep is its transpose function. Let me just show that thing there. Just let me say that one of the things I like about the KeyStep is, let me play a sequence here. Now why am I, right, I have to be playing this, so. Right, let's get back to that pattern. Where we go, pattern 1 or 2. 1 will do, 1A. Okay, so it's playing a sequence now, and it's playing it in exactly as I recorded it, but the transpose feature is really very cool as well. So if I let me just mute this, it's the easier. If I hold shift and octave, right. If I hold shift and octave, I can transpose the key. So let me just get rid of them off again. You can change the key as you're kind of going on the, you know, on the fly, which gives you even more control, you know. So it's great. The real headache is keeping track of MIDI channels, making sure you're on the right one. I mean, anything more than there's 5 now, and it starts to get confusing. It does for me. And of course, knowing what, I mean, the good thing about the Akai is it tells you where you are as well. You know where you are with the iPad, but it's still, when you're playing with 4 different things and you've got different sequences running as well, 5 different sequences involved. And then different time divisions. It all starts to get a bit, you know, oh, hang on, what's going on here? Like A, Neutron, like the Octatrack vid. I to expect. See, I got this because it was dead cheap. I mean, it really was. Because they're old, I guess. I don't know. But I think they're still valid. I still think they have a place. I think the Neutron is incredible. Every day do a little bit more with it and start to play in, and you really do get involved. Tomorrow I shall do some patching with it, I think, but I've also got to do my video for Fred's new app, Bandit. I keep forgetting the name of it. It's weird. Right. Anyway, who knew you could multitask? Thanks, Joe. Who knew? Right, I'm going to go now. Oh, I'm choking here. Right. Thanks, guys. Listen, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it. I hope you found it enjoyable and good for a laugh. If you haven't already hit that like button, hit it again. Strike that like. Oh, thanks, Dave. See, Joe. Dave says I can multitask. Well, he has faith in me anyway. Listen, guys, thank you very, very much for joining me. I really do hope you enjoyed that. It took me absolutely ages to set it all up this morning. But maybe the next time I'll do one actually dead just from absolute scratch. I love the idea of using the iPad with this stuff because you can get, I mean, only scratching the surface. But I reckon you could do some really, really deep stuff here. Really cool. I'm really keen on trying some like serious, really kind of ambient stuff. Just things which are just triggering. So have the Neutron on, say like a generative thing where you have the VCA bias up, just letting the thing play itself, and then have loads of passion, having it bing off, and have some reverb on it, and use the bucket breaker end, and have this doing something really slow, like boom, boom. You know what I mean? And then have cool stuff on the iPad doing drones and stuff that we can fade in and out. See, I'm getting carried away now. Right. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys very, very shortly. And thank you for joining the quiz last night, if you did. That was top job too. Oh, pardon me. I'll leave you with a burp. All right, guys, thanks very much, and I will see you guys very, very, very soon. Thank you very much. Oh, the light was okay, wasn't it, with just that one? Yeah, and that's a good thing, that is. I'll just, yeah, because I couldn't see the blinking screens, and then it started reflecting on this. I guess it would have been okay if it was, I don't know. Talking a load of rubbish now. Right, okie dokie.